Imagine walking into work one day, and suddenly, your friendly colleagues have turned into authoritarian bosses or submissive followers. What if I told you that an experiment in the 1970s revealed how ordinary people could quickly adopt such extreme roles, and that similar dynamics might be subtly influencing your workplace right now? Hey everyone, welcome back to our channel where we uncover the hidden forces that shape our daily lives. Today, we're delving into the infamous Stanford Prison Experiment and uncovering the surprising lessons it holds for organizational work culture, psychology, team-building dynamics, and leadership. Let me introduce you to Alex. Alex recently joined a well-known marketing firm, eager to bring fresh ideas and energy to the team. On the first day, Alex was greeted warmly. The office buzzed with creativity, and everything seemed perfect. But over time, Alex noticed something unsettling. The team leader, Jessica, began to assert dominance in ways that stifled innovation. Team meetings became monologues, with Jessica dictating tasks without room for discussion. Colleagues who once shared ideas openly now kept their heads down, avoiding eye contact. Alex felt a growing tension, but couldn't quite put a finger on what was happening. This brings us to the Stanford Prison Experiment, a powerful study that sheds light on how environments and roles can dramatically influence behavior. In 1971, psychologist Philip Zimbardo set out to investigate how people conform to roles of authority and submission. He transformed the basement of Stanford University's psychology department into a mock prison. Volunteers were randomly assigned to be either guards or prisoners. What unfolded was beyond anyone's expectations. Within hours, the guards began adopting authoritarian behaviors. They devised arbitrary rules, enforced strict schedules, and even began to psychologically torture the prisoners. The prisoners showed signs of extreme stress, depression, and helplessness. They rebelled, broke down emotionally, or became despondent. Remember, these were ordinary college students. Zimbardo himself became absorbed in his role as the prison's superintendent, losing sight of the ethical boundaries. It took an outsider, Christina Maslach, to point out the alarming conditions and prompt the termination of the experiment after just 6 days. So, how does this relate to Alex's experience? Or perhaps yours? The Stanford Prison Experiment illustrates how quickly people can conform to roles and expectations, especially within a structured environment. In the workplace, hierarchies and cultures can unconsciously encourage similar behaviors. Let's talk about power dynamics. In the experiment, the guards held power over prisoners without accountability. In organizations, leaders like Jessica may consciously or not exploit their positions, creating a top-down approach that stifles collaboration. Research shows that power can diminish empathy. A study published in the Journal of Applied Psychology found that individuals in positions of power are more likely to objectify subordinates, seeing them as a means to an end rather than as people. Then there's conformity. The prisoners accepted their roles, even though the prison was just a simulation. In workplaces, employees may conform to the dominant culture, even if it's unhealthy, due to fear of repercussions. Have you ever been in a meeting where everyone agrees with the boss, even if you all privately disagree? That's groupthink, a phenomenon where the desire for harmony results in irrational or dysfunctional decision-making. The environment plays a significant role. Zimbardo's prison was physically oppressive, but in corporate settings, the pressure to meet targets or the threat of job loss can create psychological prisons. Back to Alex. Frustrated by the stifling atmosphere, Alex considered quitting. But instead, Alex decided to observe and understand the dynamics at play. Alex noticed that team members rarely received recognition, and fear of criticism kept them from sharing ideas. Jessica seemed overwhelmed, taking on too much responsibility without delegating effectively. Alex realized that change was possible through small but significant actions. First, Alex started having informal conversations with colleagues, creating a safe space to share thoughts. This slowly rebuilt trust among team members. Next, Alex approached Jessica privately, expressing appreciation for her efforts, but also gently suggesting ways to improve team engagement. For example, introducing collaborative brainstorming sessions, and acknowledging individual contributions. Surprisingly, Jessica was receptive. She admitted feeling the pressure to perform and hadn't realized how her management style affected the team. Together, they proposed changes to the department head. 1. Regular team meetings. Open forums where everyone could contribute ideas without judgment. 2. Anonymous feedback mechanisms, allowing team members to voice concerns or suggestions without fear. 3. Leadership training, providing resources for leaders to develop empathetic and inclusive management styles. 4. Team building activities, encouraging cohesion and trust outside of work tasks. Over time, these changes revitalized the team's dynamics. Productivity increased, and so did job satisfaction. Understanding the psychological concepts at play is crucial. 1. Social roles. We all occupy various roles: employee, manager, team leader. These roles come with expectations that can influence behavior. Being aware of this can help individuals resist negative role conformity. 2. De-individuation. In groups, people may lose their sense of individual identity, leading to behavior they wouldn't engage in alone. Encouraging individuality can counteract this. 3. Authority compliance. People tend to comply with authority figures, sometimes against their better judgment. Cultivating a culture where questioning and critical thinking are valued can mitigate blind compliance. Consider the Enron scandal. A culture of aggressive profit-seeking and unethical practices led to one of the largest corporate bankruptcies in history. Employees who raised concerns were ignored or silenced. On the flip side, companies like Google have fostered environments that encourage innovation through psychological safety, a term coined by Harvard Business School professor Amy Edmondson. It refers to a shared belief that the team is safe for interpersonal risk-taking. For leaders aiming to build healthy team dynamics. 1. Self-awareness. Reflect on your leadership style. Are you open to feedback? Do you encourage diverse opinions? 2. Empowerment. Delegate responsibilities and trust your team members. This builds confidence and accountability. 3. Modeling behavior. Lead by example. Demonstrate the values and behaviors you wish to see in your team. 4. Continuous learning. Stay informed about organizational psychology and leadership strategies. Actionable steps for team members. 1. Communicate openly. Share your ideas and concerns respectfully. 2. Support colleagues. Build alliances based on trust and mutual respect. 3. Seek mentorship. Find mentors who can guide you through organizational challenges. 4. Stay informed. Understanding the psychological aspects of workplace dynamics empowers you to navigate them effectively. Now, you might be thinking, this all sounds idealistic. What if my workplace is resistant to change? That's a valid concern. Change is often met with resistance, especially in entrenched cultures. But remember, even small ripples can create significant waves over time. Consider starting with what you can control. Perhaps initiate a small project that encourages collaboration, or propose a new idea in a meeting. Sometimes, demonstrating the benefits of a different approach can open doors. Let's circle back to the Stanford Prison Experiment for a moment. One of the most critical critiques of the experiment is the ethical implications. It highlighted the importance of oversight and ethical guidelines in research, and by extension, in organizations. In workplaces, this translates to having strong ethical standards and compliance mechanisms. Companies with clear codes of conduct and ethical training programs are better equipped to prevent abuses of power. The key takeaways from the Stanford Prison Experiment for organizational settings are: 1. Situations can override personal values. Being aware of this can help individuals stay true to their principles. 2. Authority needs checks and balances. Power without accountability can lead to abuse. 3. Environment shapes behavior. Creating positive, supportive environments encourages healthy interactions. Let's make this interactive. Think about a time when you felt uncomfortable with a situation at work due to power dynamics. How did you handle it? What could have been done differently? Feel free to share your experiences in the comments below. Your insights might help someone else navigate a similar situation. So, here's what I encourage you to do. Reflect on your role within your organization, whether you're a leader or a team member. Identify one action you can take this week to promote a healthier work environment. It could be as simple as genuinely listening to a colleague or as significant as proposing a new team initiative. The Stanford Prison Experiment serves as a stark reminder of how environments and roles can influence behavior, often in surprising ways. By applying these lessons to our workplaces, we can create cultures that not only avoid the pitfalls of negative dynamics, but also promote growth, innovation, and well-being. Thank you for joining me on this exploration of psychology and organizational culture. If you found this video valuable, please give it a thumbs up, share it with your network, and subscribe for more insights into the forces that shape our professional and personal lives. Remember, change starts with awareness and a willingness to act. Until next time, stay curious, stay empowered, and let's build better workplaces together.